First of all, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So recently trailer देखा हमने, and the first thing that caught my attention was the way it has been shot and every single detail, right from the first shoot itself. You know, sir, we'll start with you. कैसे किस तरह से इवॉल्व हुआ सर ये पूरा एक जो फिल्म है, with the script for that matter? How did it all started?
See, the script, I had flashes of images of old Delhi. While I was in film school, तो वो मैं हर साल कुछ 5-6 पेज लिखता था. Story was never there, but I had these vivid images of old Delhi because my grandmom and granddad used to live there. बचपन में we used to go and hang out in old Delhi. I had this memory of getting lost in the maze once in one evening. So these things were there, but there was never a cohesive story. And I was at that time also I was doing some research on child violence and child abuse that leads to mental problems. So once and I wanted to tell a story about a man who's trapped in this maze. जैसे मैंने experience किया था कि मैं खो गया गलियों में. मैं चाहता था एक ऐसी स्टोरी बनाऊं जिसमें एक आदमी जो है वो इस गलियों में खोया हुआ है. He is not able to get out of this half a mile radius. But just physical entrapment was not interesting for me. There has to be some other layering. So once I started researching about child abuse and so I thought, what if there's a parallel narrative of a kid that is going through all this and this man is trying to help him out. The kid also wants to get out and he's stuck in his own zone and solitude. So वो उससे layering काफ़ी अच्छा होना शुरू हुआ and that's when I got the idea for this script. Now in terms of execution of it, yeah, we shot in Old Delhi, but this film was very heavily planned because we knew कि Old Delhi का shoot बहुत tough होने वाला है. ऐसे ही जाके वहाँ पे randomly we can't think of shots and all that. So I called my DOP a month in advance from New York. और हम पुरानी दिल्ली गलियों में घूमते थे, लाइट को ऑब्जर्व करते थे, नोट्स लेते थे. वी डिड शॉर्ट प्लानिंग फॉर 3 weeks. हमने फिल्में डिस्कस करी जो हमें इंस्पायर करती हैं. सो व्हेन वी वेंट ऑन सेट वी वर वेरी वेरी प्रिपेयर्ड. हमें पता था कि हमने क्या अचीव करना है, किस टाइम लिमिट में और बजट लिमिट में हमने अचीव करना है. सो एंड देन वी स्टार्टेड मूविंग फास्ट. सो एज यू सेड, एवरीथिंग इज स्पेसिफिक. It was very thoroughly talked about with the team of production designers. So and I'm very specific about everything.
मनोज सर, ट्रेलर देख के तो एक बार फिर से लगता है कि यू आर गेटिंग द बुलseye once again सर. I mean, we have been watching you some of your recent films and everything. ये पोस्टर itself सर, क्या I mean, जब आपने of course ये पोस्टर देखा होगा, the first thing that came to your mind when you saw the poster?
When I saw the film,
The poster itself, I mean, right from the poster itself.
see, the poster is just the tip of the iceberg. What you see is disturbing, yes, but what happens in the film is far more complicated and far more complex, and the story and the relationship in the film, in the story, the human mind and and the condition of the human mind, how they work and how they can be affected, since your childhood. It's that's the journey which is very intriguing, very disturbing, and that is why it was very very difficult to portray, perform this character. Uh, when we are out promoting a film, it doesn't sound that difficult because we are out of it. This film has gone to 23 international film festival. We are having a good time, when we are promoting a film. But when you are in the process of putting this kind of a story on the screen,
Getting tortured.
It goes beyond words as to how we felt, when we were doing it, in terms of logistics, in terms of his preparedness or his research, or in terms of cameraman going through that heat and carrying that heavy camera on his shoulder all the time, 16 hours, 17 hours, 18 hours. You see those spot boys running helter skelter in those lanes to move away all the people from the frame, and you see sound guys getting desperate to somehow switch off one sound which is coming from very far. To your co-actors, you see, cooped up in some corner, trying to find a space to just relax or chill. It's and for myself, always trying to find a corner where I could just, you know, continue the mental journey that this character is on. Yeah, all of it was uh, chaotic, but when you see the film, you feel that yes, it was a chaos, but somewhere the entire chaos was leading to one direction, and that direction was this film. That direction was something magical that we were creating.
Sir, जब ये script first time जब आपने सुनी होगी of course, were there any second thought you wanted to get associated with this project? Because
There
we
was
have
never
seen-
no. There was never a second thought. There was no. I was very clear after reading the script. I was very clear that this is it. This is the script. This is the script I want to do. This is the because the script there, is staring at me with loads of challenge. Somewhere it was pointing finger at me. And telling me that let's see how good are you, let's see how experienced are you. I mean, I always felt that Gali Guleiyan script was telling me this, and that has kind of pushed me into taking this plunge. We had a chat, we had a long chat many times from the first time that he met me uh, till we finished the film. We had many long intense discussion about the film, about the character and the journey. But the talk and the theory, this is that kind of film. Everything used to fall completely flat, yeah, or everything used to fall short when one used to get down to doing it, because it's not that kind of film where you have too many words to convey, where you have too many other support where you can hang on to. You are left alone in a dilapidated house which is dusty as hell, which has loads of humidity, which has all the condition which can make you fall sick.
Many
Okay.
did, all of us.
Yeah, and many did. Many fell sick, working in that house. And that was my house. For 30 days, that was my house. For 30 days, literally, I lived there. Yes, I used to go back to my hotel, but most of the time I used to be there, 16 hours, 15 hours. I used to be there. Sometimes I used to sleep there in the breaks when people used to have their lunch or dinner. So, for me, that was my life. That life was scary as hell. Now I think, in hindsight, it was scary, but that time that was the reality for me.
It was obsession.
Yeah.
For all of us. Like the main character is obsessive. Like he got really obsessive about the role. He would not go to his base camp. He's like, no, I'm gonna just stay here. Everybody, like, I got obsessive about shots, and my DOP got obsessive. So it's when you see the film, when people are saying like, yeah, we haven't seen anything like this before, it's not just my doing. It's like the whole team was so passionate. My sound guy is in LA. We mix 12 hours straight, and I would go back to my hotel, but he would stay 4 more hours just to fine tweak, little sounds. हर फिल्म के अंदर साउंड लाइब्रेरी में से साउंड्स पुल की जाती हैं. हमारी फिल्म के अंदर एवरी साउंड इज़ ऑथेंटिक, एवरी साउंड इज़ रिकॉर्डेड. 15 दिन के लिए
On the set, yeah.
ऑन द सेट 15 दिन. उसके बाद 15 दिन LA से वो टीम आई, गली गलियों में जाके जिस टाइम की शूट है, जिस टाइम का सीन लिखा गया है, सुबह 4 बजे उठ के गलियों के साउंड रिकॉर्ड्स कर रहे हैं. लाइक माई फादर यूज टू गो विद देम. वो जोक करते थे, कहते यार ये तो साइलेंस भी रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. अब साइलेंस में क्या रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं? नहीं, साइलेंस की भी एक साउंड होती है. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ डिटेलिंग, नॉट जस्ट फ्रॉम माई साइड, एवरी टीम मेंबर, आई थिंक दे जस्ट, ये स्टोरी के अंदर एवरीबडी बिकेम ऑब्सेसिव कि हमें अपना बेस्ट देना है और अपना क्राफ्ट को एक लेवल अप करना है.
So speaking about the child, I mean, there are a lot of issues with the child faces in the film as well as in real life. बहुत से ऐसे बच्चे हैं जिनके साथ बहुत सारे हादसे होते हैं. इसमें तो एक चाइल्ड अब्यूज़ का एक किस्सा लिया है. there are other things, organs related, and many hell lot of things all over the world. इस फिल्म में ऐसे किस तरह से you guys are planning to get it on another level, you know, considering the fact that it is taken in that manner कि एक बच्चे के साथ जो sort of character it gets him connected to him in a way. There is something about it.
सी चाइल्ड वायलेंस का जहाँ तक हम बात करें या वायलेंस अगेंस्ट किड्स, हम इस फिल्म के थ्रू लोगों तक रीच करना चाह रहे हैं अबाउट गुड पेरेंटिंग, यू नो, बिकॉज चाइल्ड इज सच एन इम्प्रेशनेबल चिल्ड्रन, दे गो सच एन इम्प्रेशनेबल एज कि वहाँ पे छोटी सी छोटी इंस्टेंस, छोटा सा छोटा यू नो अगर हल्का सा थप्पड़ भी लगा हो तो वो आपको सारी ज़िंदगी याद रहता है. एज एन अडल्ट वी टेंड टू फॉरगेट अ लॉट ऑफ बिग थिंग्स, बट वो बचपने की जो चीज़ें हैं ना वो लाइफ लॉन्ग आपके साथ कैरी फॉरवर्ड रहती हैं. एंड चाइल्ड अब्यूज़ व्हेन वी से और वायलेंस व्हेन वी से, it is not refined or it's not restricted to a particular class or particular segment of society या किसी कुछ लोगों के साथ होता है. I bet you if I ask people, 10 out of 10 people will say कि yes they had gone through some kind of violence. एक थप्पड़ तो ज़रूर लगा है आपको, और हमारे कल्चर ने उसको इतना नॉर्मलाइज कर दिया कि यू नो इवन पेरेंट्स गो एंड से कि अरे अगर हमने नहीं मारा होता ना तुम लायक नहीं बने होते. दिस इज़ नॉट हाउ पेरेंटिंग इज़ डन. दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि उससे पर्सनालिटी के अंदर चेंजेस आने शुरू हो जाते हैं. सो हमारा जो सबसे बड़ा यू नो गिव अवे या ऑडियंस के लिए टेक अवे होगा, इट इज़ हाउ यू ट्रीट योर किड्स. बिकॉज व्हेन आई वाज राइटिंग आई हैड पुट इट ऑन big bold words saying if you deny a child of love you deny him of life. तो बच्चे को सिर्फ प्यार चाहिए, थोड़ी अटेंशन चाहिए. सो कहीं ना कहीं हमारा जो सबसे बड़ा जो डिबेट हम इससे रेज करना चाह रहे हैं, इट इज़ नॉट जस्ट अबाउट चाइल्ड वायलेंस, इट इज़ अबाउट गुड पेरेंटिंग. कि पेरेंट्स आपको पता चले कि आप अपने बच्चे को ध्यान दें, उसकी तरफ यू नो एम्पैथाइज करें ज़्यादा, उन पे टाइम स्पेंड करें. पिटाई विटाई तो बहुत बात की बात है, वो तो बहुत बड़ा इशू हो जाता है.
So you would like to add something to this?
See, yes, the child abuse is this, you know, somewhere, you know, it rests in the center of the plot, but it is not said in a manner that, you know, you should not do it. It should, you know, it's a bad
Preachy
thing.
nahi.
It's child abuse is part of the story, and when you are watching this film, you are only with the story. You are not thinking about a social issue. Only after the film you are out of the film after 3-4 days, and definitely it will take everybody to, you know, get out of this film on, you know, at least 4 days, 3 days, you know. And this has been consistent throughout all the film festival. 23 international film festival this has gone to, and so many showings we've already had, private showings. Each and every audience member takes, you know, minimum 3 to 4 days to come out of the film and then start commenting on the film. So after 4 days you will realize that yes, child abuse can do such a harm that, you know, it can actually kill a life. It can actually kill a person, if not literally, you know, spiritually and emotionally. So it can completely ruin a possibility of a human life. So yeah, it's a big issue. It's right in the center of the plot. जो जिस बच्चे ने काम किया है, ओम सिंह, वो भी चाइल्ड अब्यूज़ का शिकार रहा है, और वो अभी सलाम बालक ट्रस्ट के साथ है दिल्ली में, और उनके साथ ही काम करता है. उनके साथ उनके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में के कारण वो पढ़ता लिखता है. इज़ अ वेरी ब्राइट किड, और जिस तरह का चेहरा है उसका, वो आपको रुला देगा. वो लड़का जो है आपको बहुत परेशान करने वाला है.
सी दैट इज़ वाई लाइक हमने जिस तरीके से फिल्म की कहानी सुनाई, आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन प्रीची फिल्म्स. वो जो कार्ड्स लगा देते हैं ना कि 50,000 किड्स हैव गॉन थ्रू चाइल्ड अब्यूज़, दे एक्चुअली पुट मी ऑफ, बिकॉज स्टोरी टेलिंग इज सोशल मैसेज शुड बी लाइक टेकन बाय द ऑडियंस देमसेल्व्स. हमें हैमर करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सी वो उसके लिए न्यूज़ चैनल्स हैं, मीडिया है, देयर इज अदर डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म्स टू प्रमोट दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. दिस फिल्म इज़ a story that we are taking you inside the mind of a man, inside these alleys, और आप किरदार enjoy कीजिए. It's an emotional story about a kid, his bonding with his mother, his relationship with his father, इट्स अ कंप्लीट स्टोरी, और उसके अंदर ये भी एक चीज़ है जो आप एज ही सेइंग वाई वी कीप सेइंग गो टू द सिनेमाज इज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एक्सपीरियंस, क्योंकि द फिल्म इज़ डिज़ाइंड एज एन इमर्सिव एक्सपीरियंस। आप थिएटर में बैठेंगे तो आपको खुद वो गलियों की घुटन फील होनी शुरू हो जाएगी फिजिकल लेवल पे। वी हैव डन समथिंग टेक्निकली टू द फिल्म, इन साउंड, इन कलरिंग, इन कैमरा वर्क, दैट क्रिएट्स दिस इमर्सिव इफेक्ट जो आपको उस आईफोन पे नहीं समझ में आएगा। लेकिन आप थिएटर में बैठेंगे और निकलेंगे तो 4 दिन इसलिए लग रहे हैं निकलने के लिए क्योंकि फिजिकली आपको हमने इफेक्ट किया इस फिल्म के अंदर, नॉट जस्ट वॉचिंग अ स्टोरी।
Manoj, so you spoke about saving a human life, you know, or we can do a bit. I mean, if we are helping a child, किस तरह से अगर ऑर्गन्स अगर डोनेट कर, जैसे बहुत से लोग सोचते हैं कि अगर हम कुछ डोनेट करेंगे तो वो हमारे लिए सही है, मरने के बाद भी बहुत से लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं कि हम क्यों डोनेट करें। Do you think this is good? I mean, in a way, you can
See, I always feel that when it comes to donating organ, you leave it to the individuals. You can always do the campaigning about it, but you should not be judging anybody if somebody is not doing it. But I feel that sensitizing people about child abuse is very important. Sensitizing people about lot many issues which is which has to do with children is it should be it should be part of our upbringing. Because today today's children are the future of of this country, and they cannot be undermined in any circumstances.
Superb, sir. Finally, while going, something you would like to share to all the viewers who are watching us? कब रिलीज हो रही है फिल्म? Something more in your own little words.
ये फिल्म रिलीज़ हो रही है 7 सितंबर को, रिलीजिंग ऑन द 7th September. This film offers a great story where you'll see the lanes of old Delhi, but in a very different way. It's colorful. It has all the foods being cooked in those lanes. All the great recipes are being tried out. But at the same time, there is a dilapidated old house where lives Kudus, and it is that man's journey. It is that man's journey into his mindset, journey into his mind, complicated mind. If you see this film, you'll be doing not only yourself a favor, you will be doing a lot of favor to your own child, and you will understand as to how important it is to be really nice and cordial with your own children.
मैं तो ये कहूँगा कि दिस फिल्म इज़ डिज़ाइंड फॉर सिनेमा एक्सपीरियंस, एंड a lot of people should go and watch this film, and like we have shown it to a lot of people already around the world, and the reaction has been कि ये थिएटर में जाके एक्सपीरियंस करके, it is not just a storytelling, it is an experience, and I would urge every parent to take their kid, watch this film, and I'm pretty confident when they'll come out, they'll hug their kid and kiss their kid and say that we really love you, and you're the most precious thing that we have.
Absolutely, David. On that note, here's wishing both of you all the very best, and
Thank you.
so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.